there goes my Alcantara. I'm gonna show you guys how I remove my armrest and recover my armrest because it looks old and dingy. Here we go. Let's start off by moving the seat forward. That way we'll have room to remove the bolt. All right, everyone, so to remove the console, you gotta pull this back. And then this right here, you gotta make the seat forward enough for the bolt to come out. And you do the same thing on the passenger side. And then we pull this out. Let's go ahead and remove the T15 star or the screw.
This thing has
make sure you cover this hole right here because there's white pins over here. The little spacers will fall off. Make sure it doesn't fall inside the AC vent. Go ahead and pull this pin out to the left. You'll feel a slight resistance. And the spring right here, get a flat head and unlatch it.
Get a flat head.
Pull the handrest towards the back. It has seen its days. It's old, tattered, and you know, the armrest is a bit worn out. I'm gonna recover this pleather and I'm gonna put an Alcantara on it. So what I'm gonna do is, I have an Alcantara from my old Evolution Evo 8 rear cup holder armrest, and I took it out. So I'm gonna have to cut it and basically sleeve it on this one. And I cannot remove, I don't know yet. I don't wanna break things apart, but as you can see right here, I'm just gonna insert it in between it. You can actually buy the cover online, but sometimes I just like to make my own, and especially with the Alcantara material, they're pretty solid and it feels good when you touch them rather than this pleather. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know how to take out this top piece. I think this top piece comes off, but it's very tough. Like, it's try to pry it out, but it's very difficult to pry it out. But I'm just gonna insert it. I was just gonna remove this right here and rip it apart, but I'd keep that in there just for keepsake. And we're gonna put this on right now. What I'm gonna do is put it on and I'm gonna measure and cut. So the Evo 8 rear Alcantara seat where the cup holder is at, this is actually upside down. So this is the top part where they put the cups on them. So I'm not gonna be using this side because the reason for that is the top is thicker and it just kind of flows well with the seam. It's just almost perfect, or it's perfect. And I'm gonna measure around it and cut it, and then I'm gonna insert it. Sounds easy, right? All right, so I drew a chalk around it. So I'm gonna cut those out basically, and make sure you leave enough room to insert it from the inside. Let's go ahead and cut it. Let's go ahead and spray it with my glue. That way it doesn't slide around. Just a little bit. Now this glue is not permanent, so it's like a tack. That way it just doesn't move around. And then we'll do it on this side too, so they both grab each other. And let that dry for a few minutes. Okay, so on the corners, I'm using a knife because it's a bit thinner and sharper. So get a flathead or a plastic piece and just push in the corners just like this, just to tuck them in. So I tucked it in just like this, and then when you're done on that, just move on the other. You gotta move little by little. Take your time. Be patient, just like that. Push it in, no rush. See that? Just push him in, push him in. Oh, this one is a bit out, so you can. I actually put a glue in it as well. There you go. There. So You see how I flex, I kind of open it up and then just push in just like this. There's glue right there. So when you open it up, it just slides back in. So that's about it. Just tuck them all in and go around it. So this is my finished product so far. The corners are the hardest one because it has a, you know, a line right here, so it's thicker. There you go, everyone. It's almost done. Just need to do this corner now. Just this side. As you can see, everything is tucked in. You can clean it up afterwards. My glue is everywhere. And yeah, it's doable. You know, if you have Alcantara laying around, you could actually just wrap it yourself. But it takes a lot of force, knife, and a small flathead. I use my snap-on flathead to, you know, or anything that's flat basically. And just be careful when you insert it over here so you don't dent your plastic piece right here. Okay, everyone, I am done tucking in around the edges. As you can see, it took a little bit time and force to put it in there, but it is tucked in. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up. And it came out really nice and soft. There you go, everyone. This is the finished product. Cleaned it up. The Alcantara is still good and soft compared to the faux vegan leather. So I want to point this out where the Evo armrest on the rear fits this perfectly, where the seam right here, it looks like it was custom tailor made. Well, it is custom now. So anyway, let me show you the rear. Came out pretty good. You could see my little glue in there. I'm going to clean up a little bit more. And it's all tucked in. Look at that. It's all tucked in, and let's put it back on the car and see how it looks like. All right, let's put this back, console back, the armrest. So I'm gonna put a cover over here, because reason for that is there's this little rings over here that goes right here. And then there's another one that goes here. There's two of them. So what we're gonna do is kind of pre-insert this pin, this metal plastic pin. I think it's gonna be facing up, so it's gonna go like that, and grab the armrest and just put it reverse the way we had it, the way it came out from here. Hold on a second. And please make sure to get a flat head, and when you insert this from the back, just kind of slide like towards the front, and then you pull this piece right here just to put it on there, or you could just use your finger. Make sure when you put this on, make sure you put it on a open lid position, and then you insert this pin, this plastic pin, just like this. Just align it, and don't forget to put back this piece right here. So when you put that plastic piece, just go ahead and push the pin in. You'll feel it, just like that. And then do the other side. Don't forget to put this other pin in on the other side. This pin is not really smooth when it goes in. Make sure you align it from the up position. Once you put that back on there, it just drops in. There's a little notch on both sides where you put it in. So just go ahead and just push it in. There you go, you'll feel it. And test it. There we go. And then there's this little switch right over here, the open and close lid switch. I think that might be for the light or indicator for when the thing is open. The console. Wow, look at that. It's beautiful. Yeah, buddy. It looks brand newer. Put the cap back on. don't forget to put back this little screw right here. I think it's 6.5 Newton meter, but tight enough when you feel it tight. So let's go ahead and plug this USB back on the module, the little USB. Make sure you hear that click. Just push it in, just like that. So here it is, everyone. It looks very clean install. There's no flap or anything. I can still see the line of the dash, and I'm quite happy with the result. It has that certain luxurious look into it, and I'm glad the seam is there. It's not just a wrap where there's no seam around it. Quite like it. So if you guys have Alcantara or laying around, or like I do, it didn't cost me anything. It was my old Alcantara from my Evo, and you can do it yourself. So if you're having issues with your worn out looking armrests, you can actually do it yourself, or you could buy one in Amazon. But it's just basically a cover on the car. I mean, on the armrest, where it's like a slip-on, but you could do that as well. Make it easier for you. But there's a way to remove the armrest. I hope that helps everyone. Thank you for your time hanging out with me. Subscribe, please. God bless. I'll catch you on my next YouTube video. Take care. Bye.